So now we're going to show you how to go about putting fluids within the truck. So we're in a Volvo. So first thing is we've got the hood release here in a Volvo. And there's 3 fluids we primarily worry about when we're checking on a pre-trip. These should all be done on a pre-trip, not a post-trip, because it can all be very hot. Observe it on a post-trip, but don't open hot pressurized systems. So the first thing we should do is check the oil. You pull it out, you wipe it down, and then you put it right back in where you pulled it out of. Make sure you lock it, pull it back out, and you want to look at how far up on the dipstick it is and the hatch marks. And this is actually a little overfilled here. If you look, we have hatch marks here. If you check this and it's within the upper half of this hatch mark, there's no reason to put any fluid in this. If it's down towards the bottom, maybe you throw a gallon in it, or half a gallon. And if it's above the maximum, obviously we don't want to do that like this one was. This little notch here is not the max line. The top of these hatch marks are the max line. So this one is actually a little overflowed or overfilled, which can cause issues with your engine and your pressure. If you have to put oil in it, here's where your oil goes. It's a simple cap. You unscrew it, and your oil goes right in there. And all 3 of the systems we use, Volvo, Kenworth, and Peterbilt, are basically the same on oil. Power steering fluid. Here's your power steering fluid reservoir. Here is where the dipstick is. You just pull that out. It doesn't screw, just pull it out. You wipe it off. As you can see here, it's got a min and a max as well. If it's within those lines, you're fine. Don't worry about adding anything to it. You put it back in, you pull it out just like you did the oil, and you look at it, and this one's right at the max, so you're good there. If you need to add power steering fluid, it's right here, right next to the dipstick. If I can get it open. Well, it's right there. Right here is where you put washer fluid in it. If you run out of washer fluid, pop it open, and it's right there. The other systems, I'm not real sure if they're the same as the Volvos, but it'll be there to look at. The last thing is your coolant. If you look right over here, there's a minimum and a maximum. Some of these will have maximum cold, maximum hot. I think the Kenworths do. The Volvos have a minimum and a maximum. We want it between those lines. If it's like this one, just under the max, we're fine. If it's down below the minimum, we probably have a coolant leak and we probably need to take it into the mechanics. If it's halfway, it's fine. To fill this, do not do this while it's hot, but you want to just pop this. Just pop this a little bit. If you see a little bit of water come out, that means it's under a little pressure, a little coolant. That's okay. If you see this start to bubble or rise, stop. Tighten it back down. It's too hot. But you pull that off and you can fill this. Really shouldn't need to put coolant in these. If you do, it's just to get it back to the yard. Really needs to go to the mechanic. One more thing. This is your water separator, although it says fuel filter, but according to the mechanics, this is also called a water separator. If this is up above this white line, and certainly if it's over the top, we need to have it looked at. This is something that should get taken care of on PMs.